What is up, you beautiful people of YouTube? Today we are going to be looking at something that I think is going to be exciting. This is a collaboration between SuperM and Korea Air. Now, for the people who don't know what Korea Air is, it's basically the national airline from Korea. And I must say, I knew that this video existed. I know that they did a collaboration for the last few months. However, I just didn't have time to pick it up. But today I am actually very entertained to see what this collaboration is about. For anyone who's interested, I think the story behind this collaboration is fantastic. So the idea between Korea Air and SuperM is really just to make these safety videos a little bit more entertaining, a little bit more grasping. And I totally agree. Safety videos on planes can either be okay, they can be terrible.
Follow this video closely, as we will be demonstrating the safety features of our aircraft. Smartphones and other handheld electronic devices,
or they can actually be entertaining.
And fasten your seatbelt low across your hips. Although we recommend you keep your seatbelt fastened through the flight, if you do need to get up, release by lifting the lever or pressing down on the button.
And I personally think that this is such a huge market where we can make safety videos just so much more entertaining for everyone to learn from. I think this is a very, very important part when it comes to safety videos. I was looking a little bit deeper though in the song because they created a song called Let's Go Anywhere. What I think, however, is beautiful about the entire collaboration between SM Entertainment, SuperM, and of course Korea Air is that all the profits of this one song, and I'm just going to read what it actually says here, is that all the profits are going to go to charity. All the profits are going to go to charities that are based on poverty, on inequality, on climate change, which I think is beautiful. And on top of that, the word climate change is very important for these generations. This has been a topic that was really something that had to be tackled. And I think with this initiative, it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful project. But before we get into the video itself, like always, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe so I know that you want to see more of this channel. And of course, let's not waste any more time and let's jump right into Korea Air with SuperM with the new song, or actually an old song, Let's Go Everywhere, which is actually a very smart title for an airline song because, hey, airlines allow you to go everywhere. Let's go. Like always, before we get into the video itself, I just want to say I didn't watch this yet, so for me, this is also very new. I'm just very happy that this content still exists and that we have a chance to look at it all together. Let's jump right into it. Lovely shots. It's so beautiful to look at. And also, if you look at the environment, it really just has this beautiful look as if you are in a spaceship, the future of traveling. Is it just me or is it just me? Most likely it is just me, but it's really cool. And also with their, hand spread as if they were part of a plane. Very nice choreography, very well thought out. Super cool design here, as well. What are these? The ventilation shafts, or the walking shafts between the airport and the airplanes. This is what this is supposed to be. It is a little bit futuristic, but I still love the concept, what they did here. It just looks splendid. Yeah. I'll be honest, I already said this in my teaser review when we looked at the first moments of this video. It's nice to see Taemin again. We know that he is currently in the military, but it's great to see him. His voice is very unique and it really just pops out if you hear it in any song. It's really nice to look at and listen to. Very nice shots, very cool. Do you guys actually see that about this shot? I need to show it to you. So this shot is very interesting. I don't know if you noticed, but have a look at the walls, the way they're basically expanding a little bit. Do you see that on the side? They're getting a bit wider. So what this technique actually is, and I'm going to put it on the screen now as well, is basically while the camera is moving forward or pulling away, they're basically making the screen wider or smaller, and this creates this really weird effect, but it's just beautiful to look at. And I must say, it just looks great, especially it works really well in these small little tunnel environments, in this case, this hallway. It works really, really well here. It looks beautiful. Yep. Before we go to the main part, and I am excited for it, I just want to say you can literally see that even though with this hallway, like I already said in the teaser, because this is the main part that we see in the video, they're really saving a lot of money by reusing this little section here. And it's great what they're doing here. It's very smart. They're changing up the lighting. They're changing a little bit the atmosphere with the different moods of the lighting. And it creates a different effect for every different artist that we see on set. It is fantastic just. It's called being efficient. Must be cool though, you know, to actually film something for an airline. I mean, airlines are always seen as the global elite way of traveling, if I can say so. Of course, you got the cheaper airlines, but generally, even just traveling with a plane, it's just awesome, you know, and this is just very nice to look at. And to be part of them, very nice. Gives me a bit of a jobbing feeling here. Maybe it's just me, but I can imagine that it's the same choreography that came up with this idea. I might be completely wrong. Put it in the comments below if I'm wrong. I just get this feeling of jobbing in this part of the choreography. Really cool as well what they did here. You know, we can literally see that this is a studio. I mean, here we see basically they're the same shots from two different angles. Here the camera is behind the window, and if we go to the next one, there we go. And here it's basically from inside the small little cabin. And I have a feeling, in all honesty, that this is fake, and everything that is real is only most likely this part. So only this little quarter that we see here. That's what I presume. And I must say, they did a fantastic job by extending it. It looks really good. Looks very clean. Changed the lighting a little bit. Very nice. Just thinking about it, you know, to see fireworks 10 kilometers in the air, that must be totally crazy. But it looks beautiful as well with the entire background. They really love that forced perspective here. You can see it here again. You can see it only because of the walls. You can see what they're doing here, but it looks great. I love how they did that. You can just see the way they changed the lighting in this one area. Like here, this is a clear example. They did a fantastic job here with the lighting and changing the mood even while we're on the same shot. It's fantastic. Really nice light design here. If you think about it, we only see 4 sets here. You see in the airplane, you see that walking bridge to the airplane, that tunnel, like I said at the beginning. You see that, I don't know what it is, like the airport most likely. And what is the other one? I see a third one. Oh yeah, and this here. I don't know what this is supposed to be, in all honesty. It could also be the bridge, but it could be anything actually what we see here. But it's fantastic. Only 4 places where they're filming, but it looks super, super nice. It still looks very unique from one to the other. I wonder if they got any business class tickets or first class tickets out of this, but most likely they did. It looks really nice what we see here. Very simple setups, you know, we're still in the same cabin, but here we actually see the setup much better. They just have this one side, and most likely there are windows on this side. Unless this is a completely new... Is this a completely new scene that they built for this specific reason? Because the windows are a bit different. So we now are introduced to a 5th scene. super nice. I also love that everything is actually white because airplanes are in most cases white. It looks really, really nice. The theme is very strong that this is about traveling, about air traveling, airplanes. Korea Air, we'll talk about it a little bit later. Maybe something else happens at the end, but very nice editing here. Very easy to follow. Beautiful shots, you know, nice wide angles, a lot of beauty shots of each individual member. When the group is performing, everyone is visible like this, as you know, as if you can stop the frame anywhere when they're dancing and you know that it's SuperM. It's beautiful if you can see it like this, and it just looks very powerful as well. You know who everyone is, and that's very important. Well done here. The one thing that I, however, think is missing a lot, and don't get me wrong, but would you have known this was a collaboration with Korean Air if you didn't see this logo at the end? I'm really curious about what you think there, because though we saw it a few times throughout the video, I must say that it would have been nice if they were wearing the outfits maybe from Korea Air. You know, that would have been a little bit more of an add-on, but that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm correct, I don't really know, but it would be nice to hear what you guys think about it as well. So yeah, that was Korean Air with SuperM, and let's go everywhere. In all honesty, I love collaborations. I think collaborations are always exciting to see how you can make a brand united between two brands. I think this is always great. Now you may be asking, what two brands? Well, in all honesty, SuperM is a brand. They are a group, and whether you like it or not, also to SM Entertainment, it is a brand, and that's what they're investing into. So to me, I think they did a fantastic job here. And also it just makes Korean Air just a little bit more trendy on the market. I think this really appeals to the younger audience, and though most likely all the generations are not going to look at the video, they're anyway their general customer, but this might motivate more younger people to actually travel around the globe, especially maybe with Korean Air. I don't know if they want to choose that airline, but if you're from Korea, this is a really big motivator. I can imagine that in those kind of countries where K-pop is a massive thing, these are very big deciding factors with who you actually fly. Like I already mentioned, I really love collaborations. It doesn't even matter about between who they are. For example, I've seen collaborations between more or less cheaper brands with very exclusive brands. For example, Mastermind Japan with Timberland's, really weird collaboration. I've never heard of it, but they did exist. And I must say, it's so nice to see two brands on top of each other. It just looks great. What did I actually think of the video? I already said it, but with the 5 sets that we can see on screen, I must say they utilized every single bit of it. You can really see that, yeah, this was all studio work, but it's just very, very clean. It just looks amazing. Every shot still looks very unique from each other, just purely because how they played with all the different lighting, with the different shots, with the different movements of the camera work. It just looks really, really good. And that is something that I must give hats off to these people. The people behind and filming all of this and setting up all these sets, they really made sure that every euro that they spent or every Korean wang they used here is spent really good, very effectively. They did a fantastic job here, and it looks really, really well. Now, I also heard that they actually made a safety video. I am a little bit curious about what that holds or withholds, but guys, that's going to be an exclusive for Patreon, and that's going to be released very soon there as well. So if you haven't yet, make sure to check out the Patreon. It's down below. All the links are there. Sign up for a month, check out the video if you like, and maybe stay and give more suggestions for the channels. I always try to talk to all my Patreons as much as possible. They are a great source of inspiration, so thank you very much for all my Patreons there. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and of course, I hope to see you on the next video. And let's make this community big. Let's make it amazing. Everyone has something to say here, and that is something that's important to me. I'll catch you on the next one.